got a lot of energy going on in that brain. Slow down.
The order of construction, and it's the list that they give you. There's nothing really that a homeowner does in these sections. And the top part, after the roofing, we had to provide the fans, so we have that covered. And then we've already selected the flooring for the countertops. Now, on our construction checklist that we have here, we have met all of what we need. The next thing on our list to do is to make sure our electrician comes back out and to make sure the excavator comes back out and finishes hooking up the water line. That's it. So far, it is draining nicely away from the house. My husband's ditch digging was a success. No more water down in the basement. Roosters are awake, and what did just drive up in my driveway is the window crew. That is their van. They have already started unloading. So cold this morning that it was snowing at 7 in the morning. And then it promptly stopped and hailed. They said it should take a few hours, 3, I think is what he said. This is just a whirlwind of an experience. Last week we got the roof. This week we're getting doors, possibly electricity, maybe siding, who knows? Driving away. You are watching them back up as we speak, and I have windows in the house. Can you believe it? I have windows, and I know you want to go inside. You really do. So hang on, let's go in and take a look. But you can see the view exactly as it's going to be. Look at that, people. We've got windowage. All excited. Oh, I love it. Oh. Right now, this is just amazing. I don't have words. I really don't. Because literally every time somebody comes out, they make this more of a home. And it's not a home built by one person, it's a home built by a group of very talented artists that use their skills to create a home. And they have no idea the plans that I have for this. But they're helping me. Every person that comes out here and works on this home gets me one step closer to a dream I've had for 9 years. 9 years. And I I'm floored. So thank you, Justin and Vinny. Thank you. Not only was it amazing talking with you and getting to know you, but I so appreciate you doing this for us. And thank you, Hiline, for helping us build our dream. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. With that said, I've got to turn the fans back on. And it's so cold in here. The electricians are here today. This is the day I've actually kind of been waiting for, because this is the day that, you know me, I like tech. And I'm a little nervous they're not going to like me. So a little nervous here. But I was going to go up there. I was going to mark on the walls where I have some big pieces of furniture and I didn't want an outlet. And I was going to do that in like 10 minutes and they're already here. I just realized something. It's the first time I have seen lights on inside our house. The first time. I can't go inside.
Sure you can.
You guys will let me inside? I got permission to go in. Not cry. But that touring through there was absolutely flipping amazing. I mean, that is like, okay, a group of guys that like literally listen to you, and I needed to move a couple outlets like over because I have big armoires, and I walk in there and it's like all perfect. It's like seriously perfect. I will not cry. I will not cry. I will not cry. I have Tim here with Interstate Electric. You can see his sign right there, right there. And he just finished up. How many hours? How many hours did you spend?
It's probably about 8 hours.
8 hours?
Yeah.
Because you arrived here at 7:30 and it was still dark.
Yeah.
Was it a hard job?
Working dark to dark. That's what we do.
I love it. All I heard was pounding, and I so desperately wanted to go in there and peek. And I'm like filming through a window, and he opens the window and he goes, "You can come in and see." And I'm like, "Really? Seriously?"
Hey, you miss all the good stuff just hanging out outside.
Right?
So,
it made my day. I just have to tell you,
Good.
literally made my day.
That's why we do it, to make you, smile. So.
They are driving off. Very awesome crew to get to meet. So thank you, Tim from Interstate Electric. and your other crew members. Oh my goodness, I didn't get their names. That's horrible of me. Anyways. Good morning. Roger should be coming today, and I do not want him to see a dirty work site. But we did have our first visitor while I was inside the house. Tim, our county electrical permit guy, came in, and I didn't even check to see if he signed off on it. Hold on. Let's see. Roof electrical. He signed off on it. We just had our electrical permit signed off. Now I have to text Roger and let him know, and then get back to work, because there's no rest for the wicked. Is there? Is there? No, there isn't. Okay, you sit there and be good. I have got a lot of work to do.
Or it is.
What should the floor be?
Floor, it takes a little longer, but once you start now, then you can take a fan, set it over that hole and just let it blow in there, blow air, just a little box fan.
So should I take that big fan that we have over there and put it on top of the hole? And then it would blow all of the air out? Is that what you're, okay, so I've got it.
Because the air will move that moisture and push it out the foundation vents. Dry it out. Just keep it running.
Okay.
With the one on the top, that makes it just blows like that, blows right out the vents.
Okay.
When I'm checking, we're still below what the state requires, but Hiline wants it down to 14. But with the windows in now and you start moving air movement, it'll dry it out even faster with the windows in.
So Roger is here, and it is Thursday. He always comes to visit me on Thursday, and we go over lists of things, and I bought the wrong flashing. After he leaves, I'm taking it into Salem to get new flashing. Siders are coming tomorrow. You did all of the moisture testing all around our floors, and how do we look compared to normal houses that just got windows in 2 days ago?
We're at the same, you're at the moisture content in your house would be right now at this time of year on the floors.
Okay.
Because you got so much rain coming through the windows that it's all puddling in front of the floor, in front of those windows, so that moisture content's going to be up until we get air movement.
Okay.
But now that the windows are in, when you keep air movement going, you'll notice a drastic drop in moisture content.
So you also told me how you wanted me to position my fans and to position a fan over the crawl space to get the air movement underneath there also. Now, the siders are coming tomorrow.
Yes. This one will probably take them a good 4 days on this one because it's 2 stories.
Okay.
And so it'll take them, I would estimate 4 days for this crew.
So I have to call my electrician, and my electrician is going to hook up the electricity to the house.
Yes.
You're going to find out when the concrete guy will come, and he will be pouring the garage.
Yes.
And now my goal is to get those floors dried.
Yes.
And how long do you think, just for the heck of it, how long do you think it's going to take until we get the moisture content down?
I'll come back again next Thursday, and I bet we'll see a dramatic drop in moisture, especially in the floors.
So, anything I should, other than finding the new siding for the decking, the new flashing for the decking, anything I should be concerned with or help the siders with?
Nope.
They just do everything. They do everything. I don't have to do anything except be the cleanup girl.
That's good.
I'm the nail picker upper girl.
That's right. That's good.
Thank you for all your help.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So the roof was put on, and I knew from the list that they'd given us, I knew that draw number 2, which is where they request money from our lender, comes after the roof installation. They are requesting for draw number 2. We are going to get them paid. I print it out, I sign it, I scan it in, and I send it to the lender, and I email it to her, and then that lender, she takes it and she fulfills the request and makes sure it gets paid. They send you a sheet that tells you when they are going to be requesting for all the money, so it's not a secret. They let you know ahead in advance when everything is going to happen. We got ciders. How awesome is that? They're already unloading. They haven't even been here 5 minutes. They looked around. They asked me what kind of material I was going to be using for the top of it, and I told them it was the cedar. So now they're going to, they know where to leave the depth of it. The road was treacherous coming over. They are obviously from the valley, and we live out on the coast. And this morning, when my husband left for his errand he had to run, he ran into snow on our roads, which is unusual, but likely. So, ladies and gentlemen, Friday, we are going to be watching the siding going up on the house. Yes, Dustin's back! Hello. Hello. So, we have Dustin back, and he's going to put the vent in the laundry room because he made a comment, and then I realized it wasn't there, and Oregon code doesn't require one. So, Hiline was gracious enough to let us add it. And Dustin came back. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. You have
Appreciate
a good one.
You have a great day.
Yep.
We're off to a running start, and they are off to unpacking and unloading, and we're getting it all done. They've been here 2 hours. It is first day for the ciders, and this is what we've got. Literally, the worst wall, because it's like the whole entire floor is mud, and the largest wall are done. It is almost pitch black out here. I'm floored. For you to go to bed. So because our model of home, it's the 1768 model, and that model comes with a front porch on it. So Roger came in and told me exactly what I needed for this porch. Some flashing, 4-inch by 2-inch, 90-degree angle flashing. Well, when I went to go buy the flashing, because the porch is our responsibility, and that's told to you right up front, it's our responsibility. I went and got flashing, and I went to Par Lumber and I said I needed 2x4, and they gave me one, but it had like a 45-degree angle on it, And my husband's like, okay, let's bring it home. And I kept the whole entire way home. I'm like, this is not the right flashing. This is not the right flashing. This is not the right flashing. Roger is gonna tell me this is not the right flashing. Yeah, he came Thursday and told me that's not the right flashing, and your guys are gonna be here tomorrow. And I said, I know, I'm on my way to Salem right now. I called every company, lumber company that would have flashing in the whole entire area, 40 miles this way, 40 miles that 50 miles that way. Nobody had this flashing. Roger found it. Here's what I love about dealing with Roger and Hiline. He called the siding company, he told them what was going on, and they knew exactly what I needed, and Roger called me back and he said, listen, don't worry about it. The siding people have some and they're gonna bring it out to you and you can just pay them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The siding people were more than generous with what they did, and they are an amazing crew. If you are building this model of home, I want you to see a picture of the flashing that you need. I think it's actually like 1 1/4 or 1.5 inch by 4. Okay, you guys, I have to climb back in my window. Oh. I need to remember you. When Roger came, he said to put the big fan upside down over the crawl space, that the fan didn't actually need to be in the crawl space, that he just wanted to see air movement. He said if you could get the air moving around in there, you'd be surprised how fast it dried out. That's word for word, right, Roger? That's word for word. Always listen to your project manager. We opened up some windows and covered the door probably 3/4 of the way with plastic. We're kind of creating a whole house fan effect. The floors were 99.9% or 99.7% wet when he did the test. Well, I'm already seeing significant improvement. So Roger's gonna be here every Thursday and he's going to be moisture testing the wood until it gets down to 15%. They have done this before and they know. They're wanting to build a home that you're happy with. So it is week 24. Obviously we are well into the process and our loan closed at week 13. We signed the paperwork, so I think it closed at 14. But here's what I want to talk to you about. I was a real estate agent for a few decades. When you go in to sign your loan docs, the night before you go in to sign, ask your title company to email you a estimated closing statement, how much everything is going to be, what you're paying for. Keep that. Look it over. If you have any discrepancies, hash them out then. Then go in, and when you're signing, they're going to mail you the closing copy of what the actual figures were and what was paid. Keep that. Reference it. Now go over your loan. We have a construction loan that rolls over into a 30-year fixed. But I did notice that there were some charges on there that were double charged. Like my insurance was paid through escrow, but I also have my insurance being paid through my cost to build. So go through your statements and literally line by line calculate out and make sure that every single item that is on there is something that you're supposed to be paying for, and that it hasn't been double billed or whatever. I do that just because I was in the business enough to know people are human. They're human. Mistakes can happen. Now, I want to talk about how I pay the people. They send you draw requests. You saw that I had one that just came in yesterday for Hiline after the roof is on. Hiline tells you exactly when they're taking money and when they're not. You have to approve it for your lender to pay them. But why wouldn't you? They've like earned the money. They send you draw requests. So my excavator does work and he sends me a bill. I send the bill to the lender, and then the lender pays me, and then I turn around, take the check to the bank, get a cashier's check for them, straight over and pay them. And I have to have them sign a piece of paperwork just basically that states, I paid them, they're not going to lien my property. And I have to send that back to the lender, not because we don't trust the people doing the work. I think it's more or less because the bank doesn't trust me to pay them. They're just dotting their T's and crossing their I's, right? Right? I said that way on purpose. So that's how it is when you're being reimbursed for anything. You send it into the lender and then the lender pays you back. So I literally have an account with a savings account. I take the money out, I pay the people, and when the money comes back, I replenish it back from the check that the lender sends me. So the money is kind of like a revolving door, but it's always being replenished back. Ever since Hiline took over, it has been literally a whirlwind. It's like, it is the end of week 24, and I'm going to step on and say, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Sometimes the weeks just have so much jam-packed in them that you just have to stand back and let everybody do what they're supposed to be doing and hope that you're not needed for anything because you are just like overwhelmed. It's like overwhelmed. Week 24, that was it. It was massively overwhelmed. Wednesday was when the electrician came, and it was amazing. I had a few questions. I had a few things that I needed because we had changed the models of our home at a rather interesting way. There were a couple things that didn't get moved onto the new plan. I just wanted to make sure that this electrical outlet right here, can we move it over a foot, because this is where I want the armoire to go. And they were able to do it all. In fact, I had a printout of the house, the layout, and I marked where I wanted certain things to be. And I had left that in this house, and the head electrician that was doing everything, the one that was in charge, actually saw it. He looked at it, he noticed that I had rooms geared for certain things, and he moved things around to where they would be beneficial where they were. I absolutely cannot even begin to tell you how amazing that was, because I was not going to ask for anything. You know me, I'm just blessed I'm getting a house. Okay, so you know the whole process. I'm not asking for anything else. And the fact that somebody took the time to actually look at the paperwork that I had left in the house, he had said, oh, you know what? Saw you had this here, so I moved this over a little bit so that it would work for you here. That was heartwarming, and I loved it. You've seen the video of how beautiful the wiring is. You know, I don't really think of wiring very much, but everybody that comes into the house this week has made a comment about, wow, your wiring is gorgeous, or your wiring is amazing, or I love it. Your wiring looks like a highway. It does, it does. All the wiring, you'll see, it's just beautiful. He ended up wiring for the whole house fan exactly how we had asked at the very beginning for Hiline to do. And then our electrician will come in and set everything up. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was week 24. Whew! It's like, woo! Where's Tabitha? I don't know. I have no clue where she is. It is, it's busy. It's busy. It's busy. Now, it wouldn't be busy if I was not filming this. I try to be here for everybody that comes to the property. But if I wasn't filming it, I wouldn't need to be here all the time. So when I say, oh my gosh, it's busy, it's because I'm filming it. So don't take that as, oh my gosh, it takes a lot of time to build a house. It really doesn't. Because I'm filming the process, I'm trying to be here for all of the things. I come out every few hours. I have hours a week of footage. So, like, you only see a brief section of it. In fact, literally, a lot of it is left on the floor in the office, on the cutting room floor. So, no, it doesn't really take a lot of your time. You just have to be the cleanup crew. So, what's gonna happen for week 25? At this point in time, your guess is as good as mine. The ciders are coming back. So they'll be here hopefully Monday and Tuesday. He did say they would be finished by Wednesday. Wednesday after that, I have no clue. And that's about it. So I'm gonna say 4 dogs because my husband would have done that like 15 million times. Like, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and be notified of any videos we release. We release Hiline build videos once a week on Wednesdays, and we love it that you're following along with us. Have a great day, you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye. You guys have a great day. Because I don't like the cold. I think we have established that. I'm editing the videos and I'm realizing I'm always talking about how cold it is. Why did I think about building a house during the winter? The electrician people are here today. I was gonna say electrocutors, but that just does not sound right. I'm turning you off because I never meet them before you do. It's like we have massive spiders in the house already. It's like spider webs. What is that? Oh, what a web we weave. Oh, what a web we weave. It is now full on raining outside, but I am determined to show you guys exactly what it's like building a Hiline home. And I am currently wondering how many spools of wires they have gone through. There were 4 hanging up there. I have no clue if they've replaced them or not. The pounding is still going on. The anticipation and excitement is here. It's here. Let me check and make sure the mic's on. It's on. We have created one massive wind tunnel in that house and I cannot feel my fingers anymore. So the guy in charge's name is Fred, not related to the Fred, engineer Fred. I would be floored, except it's siding. So I have to be excited because it's siding? Excited, get it? I had checked the mics on. Anyways, squirrel.